Plans to impose localised lockdowns in England will be unveiled later today to try to contain future outbreaks of coronavirus.
The Prime Minister will be questioned by MPs amid calls for his top adviser, Dominic Cummings, to resign.
It's back to school for some children on Monday. We'll find out how teachers and children are learning to adapt to a new style of classroom.
Huge amounts of produce is going to waste during lockdown because restaurants and pubs are closed. We'll find out how farmers are coping.
Premier League clubs vote today on a return to contact training. It's already been approved by the government. Well, now the players will have their say.
Should we have a look at the front pages of the newspapers this morning? And once again, actually, The Guardian leads with the ongoing row over Dominic Cummings' trip to Durham. The paper says Tory MPs have received hundreds of emails from constituents calling for him to be sacked. It also features a YouGov poll which shows 59% of respondents think Mr Cummings should resign.
Let's show you the Mirror. They're also featuring the story on their front page. Paper claims the government is in chaos over the row and describes the scandal as becoming farcical. That's Michael Gove, of course, on the left, who was on this programme yesterday.
The front page of the Daily Express says a breakthrough drug that speeds up recovery for coronavirus patients is the biggest step forward since the crisis began. The medicine remdesivir has been approved for the NHS following successful trials. Have a quick look inside the inside pages as well. Any Harry Potter fans will be really excited to hear that J.K. Rowling is treating fans to a new free children's book. It's called, and I'll probably pronounce it wrong, but anyway, it's called The Ichabog. Said to be for children on lockdown or even those getting back to school during unsettling times. She's publishing it online. She started yesterday in daily instalments, and it is her first children's novel since the final Potter novel back in 2007. She actually said she wrote it more than a decade ago, had intended to release it, but after reading it to her children, she put the script part typed, part handwritten in the attic.
Right. Okay.
It obviously didn't get the response that she was expecting.
Yeah. I've got this information in The Guardian about Tate Britain. Now, obviously, there's no Turner Prize this year because it's been cancelled, like many other things. But what they're doing instead is they're going to award 10 bursaries of £10,000 to deserving artists. The judges have already been all over the country trying to find the people who they think should be on the shortlist. And what they've done is normally they reveal the winner in December, but they said we can't do it this year for obvious reasons. But what we're going to do is we're going to try and give a one-off 10 grand bursary to all these people who we feel deserve it, and hopefully that will sort of boost their chances of being better artists and great recognised artists in the future. So they're trying to get around the fact that this year, like it has been for many of us, is going to be very different to how we might have expected it to turn out.
So many changes. And many local lockdowns could be introduced in England to contain future coronavirus outbreaks. That's according to the Health Secretary, Matt Hancock.
Schools and businesses in some places would be closed again temporarily to deal with regional spikes in cases as the current restrictions are relaxed. Well, today, ministers will give more details about the plan, which is part of the government's test, track and trace strategy.
Nearly 40 Conservative MPs have called on the Prime Minister to sack his chief adviser, Dominic Cummings, after he travelled from London to County Durham during the early days of lockdown. Boris Johnson will face questioning by senior MPs today about how he handled the row, as well as the way the government has managed the coronavirus outbreak. The Prime Minister will appear for 90 minutes by video link before the Commons Liaison Committee.